The Denver Nuggets has shown that experience alone not only can win you a few games in the playoffs, but also can help you win a 7-game series in the NBA playoffs. And they had shown that in a 7-game series against the LA Clippers, where the LA Clippers at some possessions were much more talented compared to the Denver Nuggets. Having that 7-game series with the LA Clippers probably helped Denver Nuggets to get in a better rhythm in the playoffs, while the OKC Oklahoma City Thunders had a good amount of time to really rest, and they probably got out of rhythm having that much time off, while the Denver Nuggets basically got out of a dogfight against the LA Clippers in the first round. Man, that whole first round, it felt like we were watching a Western Conference Finals, because every game that they played in that series was like a nail biter. Those type of series is something that championship teams talk about down the road after they win. I wouldn't be surprised if the Denver Nuggets wins the championship. I wouldn't be surprised them mentioning that first round against the LA Clippers, how it really prepared them moving forward. But in today's video, we will be talking about how the Denver Nuggets will surpass the Oklahoma City Thunders in this series by their experience alone. And the last few seconds of Game 1 was a great example of how unexperienced the Oklahoma City Thunder is, and the Denver Nuggets took advantage of that. And guys, if you guys like basketball content, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and turn on the notification button, as I will be making videos for you guys every week. And now, let's get to it. I'm gonna start off with Oklahoma City Thunder's talent. They are a very, very talented team, a very young, talented team. But at the end of the day, as great of a player SGA is, and he might be the MVP this season, but at the end of the day, he doesn't really know how to win yet. He had never had a real OG in his team that showed him the way. The OKC Thunders, they are a very, very young team, and they've never really had that real experience when it comes to a real veteran that showed them around how to move in the league in terms of winning. And the Denver Nuggets, on the other hand, they're a very well accomplished team. They won a championship before. A lot of players are veterans. Jokic is a very seasoned center who's basically a point guard that's playing the center position. And you have Russell Westbrook that's coming in his first year in Denver, and he is trying to win it all this year. And you can just tell based on the way how he plays and the fact that he took a really great pay cut just to play with the Denver Nuggets. Based on Game 1, the Denver Nuggets played like they were playing for something greater than themselves, where the Oklahoma City Thunders, they were kind of like just chilling. And it's funny because there was this one point in the game where it looked like the Oklahoma City Thunders were like balling, and it seemed like they were up by a lot. But you look up the scoreboard, they were only up by around 10 points, maybe even less. Then I realized that the Thunders were just making shots, and the way how they were scoring was very loud, and it made it feel like the game was getting out of hand. But the Denver Nuggets was just quietly like just trailing them throughout the whole game until the last few seconds. They took that their experience took over the game, where on the other hand, the Thunder showed how unexperienced they are. And ironically, Chet Holmgren missed both free throws. I knew he was gonna miss the second one as soon as he missed the first one, because man, like that's the first time he was ever been in that position in the NBA, especially in the playoffs. Confidence and mental pressure is a real thing in the professional sports, in the professional level, and the Denver Nuggets knew exactly what they wanted out of that situation. That's why they were, the last 20 minutes, the last 20 seconds of that game was purely just fouling them and putting all that pressure on these young cats. And you gotta give a lot of credit to Russell Westbrook on that last, 5 seconds of that game, because as soon as he got that outlet pass, man, dude, that dude was gone, and he was gonna attack. And the fact that he made the right play and dished it out to Aaron Gordon for that 3, that shows a lot of maturity, because I remember the old Russell Westbrook in Oakland, ironically in OKC. Boy, that man was not passing that ball. That's probably one of the reasons why KD left. Until this day, we still haven't had a proper reason why, KD left Oklahoma City Thunder. I mean, at least verbally, he never really said it, unless he said some BS, Tom, but I just want to play the right way of basketball, blah, blah, blah. But obviously that was like, reaching out to Westbrook, talking about like, bro, like you haven't been playing basketball properly, but You know, nowadays you see Russell Westbrook maturing and like, you know, really understanding how to really win basketball by making the right plays. And that last play in game 1 showed, you know, the maturity that Russell Westbrook has come to. And also Aaron Gordon, man, like this is the second time in this playoffs where he was able to come in clutch for the Denver Nuggets, having a game-winning dunk, which is very, very unheard of because that was a very, very close one against the Clippers. And now this against the Oklahoma City Thunders, a game-winning 3. Bro, if that dude is not clutch, and it's funny because like the way how he plays, you would never guess that he's a game-winning worthy type of player, because a lot of people only know him for, you know, all these flashy dunks that he did and losing in the slam dunk contest. Which also shows that, you know, Aaron Gordon gets taken for granted because he's, you know, his IQ is off the charts. Like the fact that he's able to move around Jokic and catching these lobs and being at the right time at the right moment and making all these game-winning, you know, moments, like that takes a very smart player to put himself in those situations. But again, he doesn't get that type of credit in the league because, you know, the league, if they label you one thing, you stay that way. And the fact that he's being labeled just a dunker, man, like Aaron Gordon actually has a very high IQ basketball wise. But what about you guys? Do you guys think that the Denver Nuggets experience is enough to, you know, beat the Oklahoma City Thunders and move on to the Western Conference Finals? Let me know in the comment section and, you know, let's make this a conversation. And I also made this video about the addition of Russell Westbrook with the Denver Nuggets. So don't forget to check that video out. It should pop out right now. And if you haven't done so, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. And we will see you on the next video.